Hi everyone, welcome back to Raw FPL. So in this one, it's the Game Week 35 team selection. So first, I'll quickly go over how I did in Game Week 34. The free hit was played, and yeah, it went really well. I had some good differentials in there as well. Trippier, Sessegnon, and yeah, they absolutely smashed it. So really good free hit so far. I've got Chris Wood left to play. But yeah, I'll quickly touch up on that, and then I'll move on to Game Week 35 team selection. There are potentially some more blanks and doubles coming up, so I'll touch upon that as well, and we'll just take a look at Game Week 35 and beyond. So if you do like this one, please do drop a like and hit subscribe if you're new. We're so close to getting to that 100 subscribers. So yeah, really appreciate the support, and let's jump into it. So before we look at Game Week 35, let's quickly recap Game Week 34. Obviously, it is still ongoing. I've got Chris Wood left to play, but a nice, healthy green arrow up to about 177k with Chris Wood to play. So it should, a lot of people got Emblemo, some people got Chris Wood, but it should, definitely stay green. But it's just whether or not it gets any bigger or smaller. But yeah, differentials went really well. I wanted to go a bit differential because I've had a few big red arrows. So Sessegnon came in at the end and got that 92nd minute winner. So 11 points. Ain't Nori, he got the assist as well, 11 points. Trippier, he obviously got a few assists and he got the clean sheet, got the 3 bonus. Massive 15 points there. I was really close. I wouldn't say I was going to go Saka. He was in one of my drafts, but I was really close to playing Sanchez with 9 points there. Obviously, I played Leno, got 2 points, but I can't complain too much. If you went Saka, I think he got like 12 points. So yeah, fair play if you did go for Saka. In midfield, Palmer, he blanked as he's not doing brilliantly, is he? I don't know what's up with him. He's not scored since Game Week 21, which is pretty mad considering his price as well. And he does have, Liverpool coming next. These fixtures aren't great here, so I can see why people are looking to sell him. The only thing is, I don't really know where to go because most people have got Salah. Saka is prone to rotation because he's got Champions League. Maybe De Bruyne. But yeah, Palmer blanking again, 3 points. Barnes, he blanked as well. He was another one of my differentials. I originally had Jota in here, so Diaz, but last minute I thought, you know what, I just want to go. I've already got Barnes, I've already got Sessegnon. I thought, right, I'll just go with Diaz. So I went with Diaz, he got the goal. Salah, he got the goal and the bonus. Cunha absolutely smashed it, and then Isak. I think if you captain Isak, you count yourself a bit unlucky because he had so many chances. But yeah, still got the goal, 6 points, and then as I say, Chris Wood left to play. So yeah, nice big green arrow. Currently 89 points. Let's see, Chris Wood, if he gets a brace, that'll be part of the 100 club. So yeah, let's see. But for now, 89 points, up to about 177k. So if I'm going to get that top 100k, I still need to take a few risks. So yeah, let's take a look at Game Week 35. Okay, so Game Week 35 then, and we're currently lining up like this. Obviously, I played my free hit in Game Week 34, so I basically get my old team back in Game Week 35. So I've got 0 in the bank, and I've only got 1 free transfer. But to be fair, I think the team looks relatively okay. So in defence, I've got Raya in net, Bomb for home. It's not the best fixture because Bournemouth are doing pretty well, but Arsenal, the defence is so good. So I'm happy to play Raya and Kivior doubling up on that Arsenal defence. I could potentially play Konza, but I do just think, I think Fulham will score. I also think Brighton will score against Newcastle. So currently I've got Guardiola, again, decent enough fixture. I don't actually think Wolves will score, but Guardiola is so attacking. And then Munoz I'm currently playing. And again, I think Forest will score. I don't think there's many clean sheets here. But Munoz is so attacking, so I'm kind of hoping he gets an attacking return at least. Into midfield, Rodgers. Now, Rashford has been ruled out for the majority of the season. He might be back the last game week, but he plays Man U, and obviously he's on loan from there. So he can't play, he won't play that game anyway. So if you've got Rashford, I think he is a really easy sell now. Who to go for? Well, basically, there's potential for double game week. So the FA Cup final is in that game week 37. So the game week 37 games could be moved, and that would mean that Palace and Man City, who obviously play each other in the final, their opponents would also double or would also blank. So there's a few blanks and a few doubles that could still occur. The only reason it might occur and might not is because they could just be putting the midweek of Game Week 37 instead. So basically, you need to hold off your transfers until we get confirmation. We should get confirmation this week. So if you hold off the transfers until Friday, then we might know who's going to double, if there's going to be any doubles at all. Because as I said, it could be that there's no doubles, there's no blanks, or it could be that there are doubles and there are blanks. So at the moment, no one really knows. It's a bit of a 50-50 whether or not it blanks and doubles, or whether or not it just stays as a single game week. So yeah, I'd just say hold on to your transfers for now as long as possible, and then we should know hopefully by the deadline whether or not we're going to have any more blanks and doubles. But yeah, if you've got Rashford, I mean, again, wait and see, because if, for example, Palace double, then Saka could be a good option, Eze could be a good option. But yeah, I mean, if we don't have any further doubles or any further blanks, then even going to someone like a Rodgers, he's kind of like the safe pick, I suppose. He's got decent enough fixtures, and he's going to play. Or someone like Mbeumo. I mean, Mbeumo's the one who I'm looking at, because Mbeumo, he's got really good fixtures, plays 90 minutes, on penalties, and he's got Man United, Ipswich, Fulham, and Wolves. So I think Mbeumo could be a really good target, same as Wissa up top. But yeah, I mean, for now, I think just hold on to your transfer as long as you can. But yeah, I think I'm ultimately going to make a transfer this game week, and I think it probably will be for Saka, because Saka, he's got this Champions League semi-final, and I do think he's going to be benched for Bournemouth. The league they're pretty much second now. They're pretty much guaranteed, almost anyway, Champions League. So I just think he'll be rotated quite a lot. So my transfer is probably going to be Saka out and probably Mbeumo in. Again, really good fixtures, and he's on penalties, plays 90 minutes. So that's the move I'm probably going to make. So it'll be Rodgers, Mbeumo, home to Man United. He could even be a captaincy shout, but I think I want to chase. I'm chasing rank a bit, so I might go rogue and go for De Bruyne. Again, if you've got Palmer and you just had enough of him, I completely get it. I think De Bruyne has got Wolves, Southampton, Bournemouth, and Fulham. So the fixtures are really good. The only thing with Palmer is he's going to play pretty much every game. And De Bruyne, I feel like there's this narrative now that he's leaving at the end of the season. He should play all games, but I don't know. I don't think you can be too surprised if he's benched in any of these games. So I think that's one thing with De Bruyne. He is a risk. He could get benched. But yeah, for me, as I say, I'm chasing rank a bit. So I want to basically chase that upside, what De Bruyne can give. I think if you've got to play it safe, you go for someone like Mbeumo. But yeah, so I think De Bruyne for me, captain at the moment, maybe switch to Mbeumo. I'm currently playing Sarr ahead of Mateta, but Sarr, again, there could be some rotation because obviously they've got one eye on the FA Cup now. But I'm currently playing Sarr, and then Salah, he's at Chelsea away. I think he will be one of the most, obviously, highly captained, but I think Chelsea away, they have been conceding, but I don't know. Salah, they've just won the league. Maybe they'll just take the foot off the gas a bit. And also Chelsea's defence is fairly good. They've not been conceding too many goals. So I'm kind of willing to back against Salah this week. Could go horribly wrong. But yeah, I'm currently looking to captain De Bruyne. And then up top, Marmoush. So again, really good captaincy option. And the only thing to note here is Haaland apparently is training again. So Haaland could potentially be back and he could potentially get some minutes off Marmoush. So that's one to watch. Marmoush, it might just kind of make his minutes a bit worse, in which case he's obviously a worse captain option. I think he's still good, but he's not as good as he has been. Andy has just blanked in the last double that was just gone, so that might put people off. But Marmoush, I still think he's a good captain. And then Isak, again, another good captain. I think there's quite a lot of good captains, and there's not kind of an outstanding one. So I think Isak, again, he could be one to watch, a really good captain option. Brighton, they have been conceding goals, and Isak, he does get so many chances. And then on the bench, I've got Areola, Mateta, Konza, and Byrne. The only one here I'm debating playing is Mateta instead of Sarr. Obviously, Mateta, I don't know, his minutes have been a bit rubbish, and I don't know. I'm just tempted to play Sarr instead because, yeah, his minutes they've just not been that good. If we go on here, and also you got to think they have got one eye on that FA Cup because Palace, they're kind of mid-table, aren't they? So they'll be looking at. Let's have a look. Yeah, they'll be looking kind of one eye on the final. But his minutes, they've just not been that good. He's had 10 minutes there, 74, 55, 45, 67. So they're kind of all over the place. Whereas Sarr, he's had it's a bit more secure. He was benched there, but it's 90, 75, 90, 90, 90, 90. So at the moment, I'm opting to play Sarr. I do think there's a possibility that they're both, they get rotated. But I think Sarr is more likely to start. So that's why I'm going for Sarr. So that's the current team. As I say, transfer will probably be Saka to Mbeumo. Another good option I could potentially get is Bowen. So if you've already got Mbeumo, for example, Jarrod Bowen looks really good. Spurs at home, Man United, Forest, and Ipswich. And you know he's going to play. So I do like Bowen. He's only 9.1% owned as well. So yeah, if you do need a midfielder, I think Mbeumo is a safe pick. I think Bowen's a bit more exciting. And yeah, as I say, if you've not got De Bruyne, that could be a good punt as well. If you can't afford Bowen, I actually don't mind Kudus. He's obviously West Ham, same fixtures, but he is slightly cheaper. The only thing with him is he doesn't get obviously as many goals, but he could definitely, if you're chasing rank and you don't have the money, he's only 6.2 million, and yeah, he could potentially be a good punt. The only other player that I'm slightly debating is Jamie Vardy, because obviously, right, I'm a Leicester fan, right, and this could be the last time I have Vardy in my team. But I don't know. I'd sell Mateta to Vardy. He's got Southampton, Forest, which is, I could bench him, and then he's got Ipswich, both at home. So I'm just like, could I have one last Vardy party and get him in? He's only 2 goals away from getting 200 goals as well in the Premier League. So if I got Vardy, played him at Southampton, then I could bench him for Forest, and then I could play him again for Ipswich. But that just means I'd have Saka. So I don't know. It would be good. What a good ending as well. And like I say, I don't actually, I pretend. Well, I won't have him again because he's going to leave. So, yeah, I definitely could potentially have Vardy like that. But then it's just like, who? I mean, I suppose I could bench Saka. I could just bench him and then sell him for Mbeumo. So yeah, that's the option there. Play Vardy, and then I can just get Mbeumo next week. So yeah, I'm probably going to do Mbeumo, but potentially Vardy. We'll see. So that's it for this video. Let me know what you do. Do I go for one more Jamie Vardy, one last party, or do we just play it safe and go Mbeumo? But yeah, they're the thoughts. So if you did like this one, please do drop a like, hit subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you after the deadline. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you then. Cheers.